What's up, collectors? This is Earl here with Casual Collector. Hey man, the summertime done flew by, but the fall is coming up, and I want to share with you guys 10 fragrances that I plan to wear for the fall. Stay tuned. So the first fragrance I haven't worn yet in the fall, as I received it for Christmas. I've worn it a couple times just to try it out, but I'm actually looking forward to really seeing what or how it projects in the fall time. So this fragrance is described as a woody aromatic with notes like grapefruit blossom, black currant, musk, and patchouli. It's a niche fragrance. It's something I was really looking forward to trying. Like I said, I got it in the wintertime for Christmas actually. So this will be my first go around with it. And the fragrance is Bond Number 9 New York Musk. It has a really good green and creamy smell to it. It is a little musky. It doesn't like over project. It is definitely, it leans a little bit more masculine to me, but I think all the Bond Number 9 fragrances are unisex. So let's check out the atomizer. Spray's kind of close, but it's all good. Let's check it out in the test strip. I have test strips with the dry down, but I did want to check this opening again. Yes, I don't smell the black currant, but I smell the grapefruit blossom. My son is saying, yeah, it has that strong smell, but the patchouli for sure and the musk for sure is what I get from it. And I don't have projection or longevity because I want to provide you guys an accurate description or depiction of how this performs in the fall time. So, my 10th fragrance, New York Musk by Bond Number 9. And my number 9 fragrance, and these fragrances aren't technically in order until we get down to the last 3. And the last 3 may shock you a little bit, maybe the last 2, or 2 of the last 3. But this next fragrance is one that gets mixed reviews in the community, which is fine. But another present, my wife looks at boxes and bottles and say, hey, I think you might like it. And she actually hadn't mixed yet. So let's hope she keeps on with that trend. But this fragrance is considered aromatic, spicy, and smoky a bit, with notes of tobacco, cypress, and geranium, as well as some other notes. The number 9 fragrance is Dolce & Gabbana Intenso. So this thing here is really heavy on the tobacco and on the geranium. And it stays pretty linear. I actually did wear this right around April when spring started to come through, because this is a spring or a fall scent, but I'm just putting it in my fall list. And it smells pretty good, but it does stay linear. It doesn't last that long. Like projection, I got like 1 hour of like real good projection off of my skin, and then it became a skin scent, and it lasts for about 4 or 5 hours. I wore it a few times. In a couple of days it lasts 4, and then one day it lasts 5. So I mean 4 or 5 hours, and then you either reapply or apply something different like I generally do. So 9th fragrance is Dolce & Gabbana Intenso. My number 8 fragrance is a leather jacket and some jeans. It's the Fonz. It's your rock and roll star from the 80s. It's just straight leather. It's a fresh leather though. Something that I've been really interested in for a couple years now. But you know, you watch reviews and you read up on new fragrances on Fragrantica and you just skip over things. So I just acquired this. I know how it smells. I know how it performs because I've had samples. But I'm glad to have a full bottle in my collection. So my number 8 fragrance is CH Men from Carolina Herrera. This fragrance features notes of grapefruit skin, saffron, nutmeg, wood notes, and sandalwood. But like I said, it's a dominant bomb leather. This thing, oh man, awesome sprayer. I should have sprayed the card. You get leather all the way through it. It starts out with the leather and it definitely dries down with the leather. I don't really get the sandalwood so much, but I do get the vetiver a little bit. You definitely get the wood notes. This fragrance right here, I might just buy a leather jacket just to wear the damn fragrance. Not even gonna lie to you, I don't own a leather jacket. Never thought I would. I mean, not so into it, but this is something that you wanna kick the collar up, you know what I'm saying, have on some nice Levi's and just go out and get a beer, some bullshit like that, you know. I'm being real wild right now, but this is, you know, a really dope fragrance. This fragrance can be worn daytime or nighttime. I would prefer for it to be daytime, or I would probably wear it generally during the daytime because it does have a fresh, inviting opening to it, as well as saturates throughout the day. It kind of swings down straight to the leather, but nothing too sensual. So, number 8, CH Men by Carolina Herrera. So my number 7 fragrance is probably one of my favorite pickups for 2020. It is a floral fresh fragrance by one of my favorite houses. I think I have 3 or 4 of their fragrances. The House of Rossa. If anybody knows about Rossa, if I'm saying that, I think I'm saying that right. But the House of Rossa is really known for making some well blended fragrances with awesome presentation. And so this fragrance doesn't have a whole lot of notes. It just pretty much says citrus notes and wood notes and floral notes. And this fragrance at number 7 is Intenso by Rossa. So this fragrance is marketed to men, but because of the floral note, I think it could be really unisex. But I've been getting into florals. I've noticed that a lot of reviewers and just people in the Facebook groups, are males at least, are starting to really enjoy florals. And so, like them or like myself, I really enjoy this, man. This is it's pretty dope, and it's well blended. So you get the floral, you get the fruity and the freshness of it, which allows it to be worn in versatile situations. It could be worn dressed up, dressed down. It probably worked really well in the dressed up situation though, to be perfectly honest with you, because it smells expensive. It doesn't have a synthetic-y nuance to it like a lot of designer fragrances do. So, and that's pretty dope for a private line to have such great quality fragrances. And I'm telling you, I think I have like 3 or 4, and they have not let me down yet. This is one of the best houses, one of my favorite pickups of 2020. So I'm not sure when it came out, but I can definitely tell you I'm enjoying this for 2020 as I will this fall. And my number 6 fragrance, it probably should be higher. I don't know, I might switch this up later on. But it's a 2017 release. It is one of the greatest fragrances I've ever smelled by one of the greatest houses, and probably my top 3 niche house currently right now from everything that I've ever owned or smelled from them. It's leathery, it's citrusy, it's musky. Man, it does so many different things. It's like a disco ball. It's just like it gives you so many different elements all at the same time. You're gonna notice that I sing the praises of this house, and to me, it's well worth it. The number 6 fragrance is none other than Mancera Black Gold. Let's check out the atomizer. Oh man.
Dang, that smells good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Come tell me about it. So y'all, this is my producer Desmond, it's my son. What you like about it?
I like that it's fruity and it smells good. Smells good.
Do you like some of the fragrances that I have, or do you like most of them, or do you just like some of them?
It's probably like most of them.
Most of them. He always tell me that when I first spray my fragrances that they're too strong, but then as they kind of cool down or as they dry down, he start to like some of them a lot. So the fact that he liked that off the spray is pretty good. All right, peace out. It is fruity. It has a tinge of gourmand to me, but it's also kind of smoky on the back end of it too, which it gives you so many different complexities. Man, this thing smells good. I can definitely tell you because I've worn it. It lasts about 2 or 3 hours of projection, which is pretty good. The actual longevity of it, once it dries down, is about maybe 8 or 9 hours. But there's been a couple of times I've worn it to where, like, I'm getting ready to take a shower and it's been a literal 12, 13-hour day, and I'm still, like, getting whiffs of it. So it's definitely a long-lasting fragrance. It's one that is mass appealing. I mean, hell, even my kid likes it. And, you know, Mancera, the gold standard. I love it a lot. So, Number 6 is Mancera Black Gold. Alright, so we down to number 5. This 5th pick is strictly because my wife loves it. This fragrance is characterized as a citrus, soft, and spicy fragrance. It has an interesting note of sparkling Mandarin champagne. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. I don't hear a lot of conversation about this in the fragrance community, which is cool. But like I said, because my wife likes it, I'm rocking it. And then number 5 is Sexuelle Paris Pour Homme. This fragrance to me is really good for the office, but also could be really good for a date night. It's not a projection monster at all. The longevity of it to me is maybe 3 or 4 hours. It projects for about an hour. I'm sorry, get y'all with a little whiff of it, but it says it has sparkling champagne or sparkling Mandarin champagne. I guess that's what the note is. It's fruity, it's versatile enough to go day or night. If you're on a date with your lady or if you're just out with someone that you're entertaining, this would be something that's not too aggressive. So a great, cool, moderate scent, fresh. I think people would like it. It's pretty dope. So Sexuelle Paris Pour Homme. So number 4 has been getting a lot of hype in the fragrance community, so much to where I did not rush to try this or get it because I'm like, when too many people like it, I might not like it. But when it comes down to it, I actually did like it. I understand the hype, so much to where it actually bumped a couple of things out of the way on this list, and it made it to number 4. No further ado, it's Acqua di Gel Profumo. Good atomizer. Bergamot, sage, incense is what I get from this. It definitely has an Acqua di Gel DNA. It's an office scent to me. It's daytime. It's not really nighttime. I've seen on Fragrantica that it shows as nighttime, but this is definitely during the daytime. For me, I get about 2 hours of really good projection before it becomes a skin scent, and it lasts on my skin for about 6 or so hours. Yeah, this is my number 4. It bumped out a couple things on my list to make it down this far, and it is Acqua di Gel Profumo. So now we're getting into the good stuff. We're down to the top 3. The first 7 probably wasn't ranked so heavily, but these 3 I would definitely put before everything on this list. Number 3, sweet vanilla. Has a good creamy vibe to it, with notes of bergamot, pear, mint, lavender, patchouli, caraway, cinnamon. The girls gonna love it, I'm gonna tell you now. I probably shouldn't say that.
This man right here.
But people are gonna love this for sure. Number 3 is Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Mel. Check out the atomizer. You all should know about this by now. If you don't, if you're new to the fragrance community, I think that's the only way you don't know about it. I'm telling you, everything in this line is good. I almost picked up, I was in the store yesterday in Bosco's, I think it's called, and I almost picked up in the Navy. Now, I typically don't shop retail, but I was like, I know I could find them cheaper online, or at least for a better price online. But this fragrance right here, man, when I tell you it's fruity, it's musky, it still has that creaminess to it. I will wear this daytime, nighttime. This thing right here will probably get worn minimum once a week for sure, because I just like it. I love the smell. It lasts pretty long. My projection I get is about 2 or 3 hours of really good projection. It doesn't go into a skin scent, but it does start to kind of calm down a little bit, dry down at least. The longevity is about 6 or 7 hours for me, which is fine. I would definitely reapply this. I probably won't put anything else on that day because I just love this fragrance so much. So if you want something that's going to attract ladies' attention specifically, Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male.
Oh.
So number 2 is going to shock y'all. It shocked me. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was making this list and I was compositing all of my fragrances, I was thinking like, okay, this because of its brand should probably not go higher than this other brand. But honestly, what smells good is what smells good. And this fragrance to me is in my top 3 of all fragrances that I own. I haven't smelled everything that's out there. I have smelled a lot, but this goes definitely as into my top 3. Highlights in this fragrance: pink pepper, oak moss, jasmine. It's just a beautiful fragrance. Good enough to be my number 2, and that's Banana Republic Black Platinum 2006. So let's take a spray of it. Pretty good atomizer. Man, it's mature. It's so for me, I like a little bit more mature scent that's still fun. And to me, this is mature but fun. I've gotten compliments on this because I've worn this already. I actually couldn't wait when I first bought it a few weeks ago. I tested it in the house, and I was like, man, I'm gonna wear this out and just see what it does for the summertime, because it's not really classified for the summer. It's actually classified for winter, spring, fall. But I got a compliment through the mask in the store. It projects for about 2 or 3 hours for me, which is in line with a lot of niche fragrances or even some of the higher end designer fragrances. Man, it smells good. It's like the powdery, sweet, fruity combination. It just does it for me. I mean, it's addictive. I would definitely wear this daytime, nighttime. If I'm going to an event, whenever that happens again, I would definitely wear this. This is a really dope fragrance. And that is Banana Republic Black Platinum. Hey, real quick, if you're still with me in this video, I do appreciate it. Now back to the video. Alright, so this fragrance, we're down to number 1, guys. To me, this fragrance could be worn every day. This is, the reason why it's number 1 for me is because it could definitely be a signature scent. If I didn't own a lot of fragrances, if I had to only have a fragrance for this season, something that could go day and night, that's mature, that's alluring to me, that's this particular fragrance. It's from the house of Prada, and it's Prada Rossa Black. To me, especially for a designer fragrance, because I lean more toward niche fragrances, to me this is a 10 out of 10. It is perfect. The amber, the musky nature of it, like I said, it's mature, it suits me, but at the same time, you know, it's not old man this shit. It's an eau de parfum, so it lasts, it's projected to last a long time. For me, it projects off of my skin for about 3 hours, but it lasts all day. It actually doesn't really fall into a skin scent until it's almost completely gone. So for me, that's about 8 hours. So it really sticks in throughout the day. All right, so the highlights of this note is the coumarin, the musk, and the angelica note. And I'm telling you, this thing is wonderful. This is gonna always be my staple. I'm probably gonna double up or maybe triple up just to make sure that I always have this. I don't think it'll ever be discontinued. I don't assume that it will ever be discontinued. I don't even know if you can get any better than this. So I would hope to never see a flanker of this. This is really just an awesome fragrance. So for me, my number 1 fragrance is Prada Rossa Black. Alright guys, if you stuck with me throughout this list, I really appreciate it. You guys saw my fall 10. Leave me a comment, tell me what your fall 10 is. So if you like these type of videos, be sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment, and subscribe. Until next time, is out.